Well, hello again, everyone. It's your man, Cowboy Star. That's right. Talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Man, oh man, did we ever lay an egg Sunday against the Cardinals? Where do I begin? We had everything lined up. The stars were aligning for the Cowboys. And what do? We go out there at home and play a team that had lost three straight games, and they got well against the Cowboys. That's right. The Cardinals got well Sunday against the Cowboys. And I had a feeling that that was going to happen because Cowboys can beat these easy teams, these teams that don't have near the talent that we do. But the minute we play a team with a good roster, a playoff team, we act like we never played the game of football all year long. Uh, the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals Sunday, as I said, by 3 points. There's a lot of reasons that we lost. The biggest reason is that second opponent that I'm always talking about, the penalties. That's right, penalties was the second opponent that killed us in this game. Every time we had a good play and made a big play, either was holding or offsides or illegal motion or some bullshit like that. I mean, a pre-snap penalty, there is, at this stage in the season, there is no excuse to get a pre-snap penalty. But yet the Cowboys continually shoot themselves in the foot and do this. I mean, our offense is already sputtering. But to get a pre-snap penalties like this, it's only adding to the problem. I mean, Zeke broke a beautiful run. I think it was for about 15 yards, and then I think that was the one penalty that Connor Williams was holding on, which they were calling these ticky-tack holding penalties. You can call holding on just about every play if you really want to. I mean, there's a lot of grabbing going on in there on every play, and it's just a matter of what these refs want to call. It's getting ridiculous. But we had some bad news in the game. Michael Gallup, it was kind of bittersweet. He caught a touchdown pass, and when he landed, he tore his ACL. He's out for the season. So, one Michael Gallup will not suit up again this year and may not ever suit up again as a Dallas Cowboy because this was his contract year and he'll be a free agent next year. So it remains to be seen if the Cowboys are going to even bring Michael Gallup back. I kind of doubt they will because he's going to command a big sum of money. And I don't see the Cowboys doing that when they can replace him with Cedric Wilson and Malik Turner and some of these other low-priced wide receivers that could probably do a similar job. Not quite as good as Michael Gallup, but I mean, they're not going to pay him the farm to keep him around. After the game, several of the Cowboys, including Tank Lawrence and CeeDee Lamb in particular, were blaming the loss on the refs. The Cowboys had 10 penalties, as I said in the game, called on them. And every time it was when we had a good play and then they called it back. So you couldn't have asked for a better time to make these penalties. But these referees were just out of control. I mean, they would call a penalty for heavy breathing out there. So, but I didn't like the way that some of the Cowboys spoke out about it, blaming it on the penalties. I mean, even though that was a big reason that we lost and there was far too many penalties called, you can't blame the game on the penalties because you should have been ahead of the game anyway. And another thing before I forget about it, Greg Zuerlein, you got one thing to do. You get paid to do one job and one job only, and that's kick that football through the goalpost. But what do you continually do? You continually miss extra points, and you continually miss field goals. You missed a field goal, a 43-yard field goal. That's a very makeable field goal. And to me, you're no good to me if you can't make a 43-yard field goal. You're inconsistent, and we lost the game by 3 points. So thanks, Greg Zuerlein. Once again, not again, again, you lost the game for the Cowboys. If we'd had that 3 points, it'd have been tied. We could have went into overtime, if nothing else, and possibly won the game. So you continue to shoot yourself in the foot and miss kicks that you can make. I know you can make them. You get paid to do this. This is the only job you have, is to do kickoffs and kick field goals and extra points, and you can't even do that. So next year, I hope and pray we get another kicker. We should have replaced him with that Liram Lahularu, or whatever his name was, that we let get away from us. Somebody picked him up. I think he's on the Panthers right now. So much for Zuerlein. But I just wanted to bring it up that he did cost us a game again. I think that's about the third game he's cost us this year. The Cowboys had it set up perfectly, like I said, that we were the number 2 seed going into this game until the loss to the Cardinals. And now we fall to number 4 seed, which is exactly where we did not want to be, because now we have to play the Cardinals likely again. It'll be a home game, but we've got to play the Cardinals again, whereas if we'd have still been the 2 seed, we would have probably played Philadelphia. Now, who would you rather play, Philadelphia or the Cardinals again? So Jerry Jones comes on 105.3 The Fan today, and he's acting like, oh, it's no big deal. We didn't take a step back and all this kind of stuff. We still can do what we want to do. Yeah, but it's going to be a lot harder. It was already going to be hard enough being at the 2 seed. But in other news, we do have some breaking news. Blake Jarwin could be back soon, sooner than we thought. He's began his 21-day window of recovery to come back to the Cowboys, and it could be sooner than that. I doubt he will play in this game Saturday. The game has been flexed to Saturday from Saturday night, and but he could possibly play in the first playoff game. Remains to be seen. Might help out with Gallup being injured. Might have a 2-headed monster going at tight end. So Dalton Schultz has filled in admirably for Blake Jarwin, but maybe Blake Jarwin can give us a spark. In other news, Kellen Moore will be interviewing for the Jags head coaching job, but he'll be doing it virtually. So we will see what happens on that front. Wouldn't hurt my feelings the way he's been calling plays if he gets this job, but I just don't think he's going to get it. I think the coach, Doug, is going to probably get it, former coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. He already had an interview face-to-face with the Jags because he's unemployed right now, so Doug Peterson. So he may also get a shot at an interview with the Raiders, as well as our defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. He chose not to interview before the playoffs was over with. So it remains to be seen if Dan Quinn's going to get a shot at interviewing with the Jags as well. But that's pretty much covers the gambit of what's going on with the Cowboys currently. As I said, we do have a game against the Philadelphia Eagles Saturday night. It's been flexed to Saturday night. It's really pretty much a meaningless game. The Eagles have already clinched the playoffs as well as the Cowboys, so I don't think it can affect our seeding one way or the other. The only thing that can affect our seeding is if Tampa loses, the Rams lose, or the Cardinals lose. So remains to be seen. There's no way now we can get the number 1 seed. The best we could do is move up to number 3, and it's a big long shot to get back to number 2. So yeah, the Cowboys let us down again. Hopefully we can get this thing together and start playing like we know we can, like we did the first 6 games of the year. We had a golden opportunity to seize that number 2 seed, and now it looks like the best we're going to do is stay at number 4. We can't go any lower than number 4, but that is not the seed where we need to be, because we're going to play that's going to be your hardest road to get to the Super Bowl is a number 4 seed, because you're not going to get any byes. You're only going to get 1 home game. So if we win the first game, it's probably looking like we're going to play Cardinals. We win that game, which is a big if. Then we'd have to go to Lambeau Field and play Green Bay, probably in the second game. And the chances of us beating Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay in Lambeau Field aren't very good if we can't even beat the Cardinals in our own stadium. So just some stuff for y'all to think about. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. And if something else comes down, we'll be back with that news for you. With that being said, we'll catch you later. I'm out.